Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Swadik Mayanja. You can call me Q. And we are on another episode of the Everyday Heroes show. And this time we have a fellow nurse working with me, Ernie. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I really do appreciate you coming on. I really do. Why don't you tell me, give us the origin story of Ernie and tell us how you ended up becoming a nurse.
Well, I became a nurse because my mother had kidney failure.
I'm sorry.
No problem. From an early age, she had preeclampsia when she had me, I think, which led her to actually end up losing kidneys. And I always saw how she was treated by the nurses, I saw how the doctors were.
Do you mind me asking, how old were you when this was all over?
I was really young. I think like 9 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had I remember she had over 50 something surgeries because they were placing the catheter and it kept malfunctioning. So we were in hospitals all the time. So I saw how the nurses were, I saw how the doctors were. I saw how quick the doctors would come in, and I saw how caring the nurses were, and I was like, I want to be that. And I remember after that, I said, I'm going to be a nurse.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So at 10 years old, 9-10 years old, you were like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
Yeah, I know.
That's legit. So I have to say, your mom's still around.
Yep, and she's good, and she got her kidney transplant
Very good.
last year.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
It took that long.
It took a long time, yeah.
Get on the donors list, please and thank you. Wowzers. So you knew that you wanted to become a nurse. Tell me, did you do it straight out of high school? Did you go the long way? Did you get your associates first? Are you in school still? What's the situation?
So I totally went right from high school. I did not want to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So like I told you before, actually, I started working at Leahy. I said that I had the mindset that I'm going to be a nurse. So I said I wouldn't be a nurse unless I touched patients. So I started off at Leahy. I thought it would be a good way to get my foot into the door.
Yes.
Started in the kitchen, passing the food trays, and it's literally, I feel like I'm very spiritual, so I say God literally had a plan for me.
Yeah.
I worked in the kitchen for 2 months, ended up meeting the CEO of the hospital.
The CEO.
The CEO
Oh,
of the hospital.
the big guns.
The big guns.
Oh, yes?
He was wicked nice. I think a couple of patients wrote him letters, and a couple of the staff were amazing. Wrote him letters, and he came to meet me, brought me a cake, wrote about me in the Leahy newsletter. This was I was in high school, junior year, and let's see, and then he sent the newsletter out, and then he sent it to a couple of the managers, and I literally, with no experience, no CNA classes, I got a job as a nursing assistant, and then worked my way up to being a nurse.
That is legit.
Yeah.
That is legit.
It was so cool. Yeah.
So just what unit, what floor?
Oh, so I started off on 6 East, which was a cardiac floor.
6 East. And they just welcome. Come on down.
That floor was awesome because they showed their boss. They're like, "Oh, this is the kid Ernie."
This is the kid Ernie.
This is the kid Ernie. Look how nice he is. And then the manager of the floor she hired me.
Okay.
With no, I was a junior. It was so this is unheard of now. Yeah.
It is unheard of. That does not happen. Well, good. We ladies happy to have you. At least I am, right? So now you going into nursing school. You know your process. You become a nurse. Mm-hmm. So we all know nursing school sucks. Nursing school is the worst thing ever. Where'd you go to nursing school?
UMass Lowell.
UMass Lowell. You went to nursing school. You got your RN. You started being a nurse.
Yeah.
You've been a nurse. So that would be 3 years, 4 years.
Been a nurse for 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Almost 3, yeah.
Yeah, so you've been a nurse for 2.5, almost 3 years now. I want to know, you're deep enough in the game where where you're comfortable doing nursing, right? I want to know the highs, the lows. What did when you started nursing? What did you catch on to say this is the reason I love doing it? And then where are the hiccups? Where are the troubles that you come across still to this day?
I think for any nurse in general, right when you get out of nursing school, you're like, I'm ready, and then you become a nurse, and you're like, oh my god, I don't know anything.
Exactly.
And I think it's really important to have really good preceptors. I had Deanna and Jackie straight out of the straight.
You talking about my Deanna and my Jackie?
Yeah, from your floor.
Oh! Shout out, ladies! I know you. Yes,
and
good people.
They literally
great people.
Great, amazing people. They literally took me under their wing and like taught me like everything that like I think I know now. And I remember Deanna and Jackie were like the first lesson, like just fake it till you make it. That was like the first lesson they ever taught me, and I still say that to this day. Like if I don't know something, I'm like, all right, I can figure it out. I think it's the scariest part for any new nurse would be the unknown. Like you think you know it all, but then you go into this and it's like totally different, and everything that you were taught in school the right way isn't realistic.
It can't be.
And it breaks you.
Yeah. Because
you're like, oh my god, like this isn't how it's supposed to be done.
This is not what the textbook said.
But yeah, of course. But then, you know, I feel like I've grown so much as a nurse now, and I think I still fear the unknown. Like sometimes I'm like, if I don't know it, like it bothers me to the point where I have to like look it up.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what makes us all nurses.
Of course.
A
type A mentality.
That's the type A that we all think we don't have, but we all really do have, because we want things a certain way.
Yes.
I mean, talking to doctors was terrifying. I remember, I was with Deanna, and one of the doctors, my like second day, was like, based on your experience, like, what do you think should be done for this patient? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, based on my 2 days experience.
Yeah,
I don't know. I remember looking at Jackie, and Jackie's like, "Oh no," you know, she took over, and Deanna took over. They're like, "Oh, they're great."
Yes. So two great ladies, Deanna, Jackie. I have been asking you to come on the show, so I'm gonna put you on blast because that's what I do. Come on the goddamn show. Everybody's talking about you. It has to happen. It has to happen. That's good. That's good. And I agree with you 1,000%. And when I was coming into nursing, and I started out at a rehab hospital, so it was different. More hectic, different, right? So coming to Leahy from there was like I'm like on top of the world right now, right? So I came from the rehab, and you were right, but I feel like here at Leahy, maybe because I was already a nurse, it was much easier. But my experience as orientation starting there was like slow, and then 3-4 weeks in, like throw you to the wolves.
Yeah, of course.
Leahy, there was much
sink or swim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now we know that he's a nurse. We know what the pros and the cons are. What we want to know. I mean, so I have a lot of nurses on the show, but there's a certain level you have to hit. So I don't just have everyone on. I call these people everyday heroes. Ernie, you're kind of the shit. You're kind of the shit, Ernie. I hit him up, send him a DM. I'm gonna put his Insta somewhere here. Please go check him out. It's kind of awesome. Ernie, please tell me, how in the world, as a nurse that's working your crazy hours, how are you able to shine so bright on Insta? Please, help us. Help the rest of the world. Tell us exactly how it happened, right? How did you go from Ernie the nurse to what you're doing on Instagram? So fashion, modeling?
Fashion. I'm a fashion blogger.
There you go.
As a kid, I grew up... not poor, but we didn't have a lot. So I remember I never had a lot of clothes, but like I could go into like, I'm trying to think of these stores now, but I can't remember them because like Burlington Coat Factory, and go into the clearance section and like get like 2 pairs of jeans, and I would rock my jeans like for a full week, and like wear like I could like make an outfit out of anything. And I knew for a fact I wouldn't be any fashion designer or anything. That wasn't for me. But I loved fashion. I loved looking up to people like Diddy.
There you go.
You know, like the fashion influences of like art, I guess.
So can I have to ask, is Kanye West a fashion influencer?
Yeah, I mean in his own special way. He's crazy, but his fashion game is like amazing.
Do you believe that? I think the only fashion he has is the kicks. I don't know any other thing. I
think his way of showing, like, he's gotten people to buy ripped shirts for like $200.
I feel like more so than he's gotten people love Kanye and his music, so they buy his ripped shirts.
But no, I think it's more of the fashion influencer in him. Like his style is unique on its own, but like if people are buying your stuff, it's because they look up to you. They look up to your style to buy your stuff. So,
you were rocking your jeans. You could do that as a kid. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's fine. So I could make an outfit out of anything. I literally didn't have a lot of clothes, and I could mix and match my clothes to the point where people thought that I had new clothes like all the time. And I mean, at the same time, people didn't like certain things I would wear. I remember I went through like crazy phases, like with my clothes.
Do you have old pictures? If you can't send it to me, I would love to show them.
I remember in high school, for some reason, I remember a kid was getting bullied because he had like a weird backpack, and I was like, I'll rock a weird backpack. I wore an Elmo backpack.
An Elmo backpack?
An Elmo backpack, my junior and senior.
That's awesome.
So I was always a fashion innovator, but I think the Instagram thing was more, it grew, it really grew the past 2 years. And I really do thank Benefit, which is the scrub company.
Oh, yes.
I bought scrubs from them and then really built like a great relationship with them, and they started sending me scrubs. They would post me on their page, and I think it caused a lot of traffic. They were like the first company that ever
reached out to you.
Yeah, reached out and I guess formed a relationship with. And honestly, after that, it took a whole life of its own. I don't even know how to describe it. I went from posting my dog to full on being a fashion blogger. And
that's awesome.
I know, it's taken a life of its own. It's really cool. And like I said to you before, I think it's so fun I'm able to be a nurse, but I have a life outside
of being a nurse. Yeah, so that's a really, I think it's super important. I talked to him earlier before coming up, and he works I work 24 hours, I pick up 1 day a week. You work more than I do, but it is super, super important to have a life outside of nursing. Mm-hmm. It really is, because if your entire life is nursing, you're stressing about the patients, you're stressing about your day. Even if you're having good days of work, if your entire life is one thing, burnout is just a matter of time, not if, right?
Absolutely.
So it is important. And fashion, the whole thing, great. So I have to ask. When I look at fashion, and this is someone that has absolutely, I don't know what fashion even means, right? Mm-hmm. Looking at fashion, like you said, you wore an Elmo backpack in high school. I have a really hard time saying something looks good, right? Like something is fashionable. I feel like everything can be fashionable depending on who it's on. Because some people make the ridiculous look amazing, and some people make great clothing look really shitty. How?
I think the thing that I've learned is fashion is universal, and it's not everything that you see in the magazines. What people tell you is cool isn't cool. For me, fashion was an escape. It was how I feel like I could express myself and let people know who I am before even speaking. Mm-hmm. So I look at fashion. I look at fashion in the way that it's an expressive tool. There is no rules. I feel like people have made rules.
Yes.
So people try to follow those, but I've always been I like to walk to the beat of my own drum when it comes to fashion. And I know that's stirred people the wrong way all the time. But that's what made me me. And
there are some plaid and stripes. That's
there are rules that cannot be broken. Definitely.
There's okay, but no, that's it makes sense. And like I said, for me, it's just really hard to know. And I think you said it perfectly. There are no rules. Yeah. And there shouldn't be any rules. You look good wherever you look good. Yeah. Fashion is a lot of people would say superficial.
Oh, of course. And
how do you express? Because when you talk about fashion, it doesn't sound superficial. But when people, when you think of the magazines and the TV and all that stuff, it looks and it
is.
Yes,
it totally is. And I think that's why I'm so careful with. That's why I never really tell people I'm a fashion blogger, and especially when it comes to work, when people add me on Instagram at work, I think it's a self-conscious thing also, because I never think that I'm good enough. So
you are, just facts.
Thank you, but I don't think so. But I feel like because it can seem very superficial, that people will be so quick to judge you or look at me and be like, this dude's totally a douchebag or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
And it's not who I am, but fashion is who I am. I love fashion. I can go on. I can dress anybody. But
so the question is, would you ever leave nursing for fashion?
No, because I love nursing.
Okay.
You know.
So there are two passions.
Two passions. Yeah, I love nursing, but at the same time, I'm very careful with who I allow to know both sides. You know what I mean? Working with females is amazing, and I love them. But I think at the same time, sometimes certain people will they let your outside life come inside of work, and I as soon as I step into work,
you want it to be
it's work.
It's nursing, yeah, it's work. It's
when I'm at fashion, it's fashion. When I'm with my friends, it's with my friends. Yeah. I don't want to come in. I never want to come into work and people are like, oh my god, like I saw what you posted, and I'm like, and I hate that. People have done that, and I've blocked them on site.
No more.
I've blocked them on site, and I know that rubs people the wrong way. They're like, why, like, or they'll say, why did you block me or something? I'm like, yeah, and honest, in full circle, it's literally, I think it's more of I'm so self-conscious, and people don't think that I am. But like as soon as I hear people talking about me, I'm the person to take it like personally. Mm-hmm. So to avoid all that, like I don't let people in. Okay. I only let a certain amount in. So and also like with our patients.
Oh yeah.
That's with our being a male nurse and then fashion on top of it, they're like they always the questions.
The questions come along.
The questions come along, and I'm like. No, I just love fashion. I am a male nurse, and men can be nurses.
Men can be nurses. Men can be fashion.
Exactly.
So I have to say, first and foremost, thank you. Number one, because obviously he's allowing me in both, right? So I appreciate that. Number two, I don't do that. So please, 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 please. You don't have to say it now, but later, after this, I want you to tell me where and how I can post these, because I really don't want to rub you.
No, you can post them wherever.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a win. Perfect. All right. So this is really, really good stuff, and I really like it. Right, I appreciate it. So now you are a nurse, 2.5, almost 3 years. You've been doing fashion quite a little bit. I want to know. Like 5-year goal, 10-year, like where do you want to take both? Where do you want to take each of them? Before we even get to that, and that's definitely coming, we forgot to mention that you're part of the float pool.
Yeah.
I need you to explain this to me, because for me, I floated for the first time last week actually from 5 West to 6 West. Yeah. And that was like anxiety at its highest, right? Like I was like, I'm a new nurse all over again. I was freaking out. Please tell me a little bit about why any sane nurse would want to be part of the float pool.
I always said I want to be, you're asking about total goals too, so
yes.
I totally want to be a travel nurse one day.
Yes.
And so that's like my goal. But I left nursing school in love with everything. Everybody was like, oh, I'm going to do peds, or I'm going to do med-surg, and I'm like, I like everything. I don't want one thing. And like I just told you, I'm an extrovert, but low key I'm an introvert too. So I love coming into work. I love coming in. Everybody's like, oh yeah, like Ernie's here, but then like you don't know a lot about my life. Yes. You don't know. Like I feel like my personality, like I'm very outgoing, so like I feel like to certain people that can probably be annoying. So like I feel like being in the football, I can't be annoying to you because I'm literally here for like a day and then you don't see me for a couple months. You know what I mean?
Yo.
And I love the fact that I come into work and it's like, honestly, and this is going to sound so bad, it's like Russian roulette and I never know where I'm going to go.
There you go.
I never know what patients I'm going to see. And that excites me, It's so cool. Like, I love it. I love coming on a floor and it's like, it could be like total chaos and I could totally get the shittiest assignment, whatever. But then I go to another floor, I can be floated in 4 hours, or I can call the staff house and be like, you know what, please, for the love of God, float me. Like, I am not stuck on one floor for 12 hours.
God.
I feel like it's very freeing to be able to, like, go from floor to floor. And every floor has taught me something different. Every staff has taught me something different. And I love them all for that. And people always ask me, what's your favorite floor? I don't have one because I love each floor. Like, and I know it sounds so cliche, but every floor is talking something different.
I love the attitude that you're bringing to work, because that's the attitude everybody wants to have when they are going into work.
Yeah.
And I can relate to you. It's like maybe I need to try out float pool, because I too I consider myself an extrovert. There's no introvert part of me, right? So I consider myself an extrovert, and I am super outgoing, and I love talking to people, and I love doing that crazy stuff. And I am self-aware, and I know I can be annoying. But I also get too scared, and I am on one floor. 5 West friends, I apologize for my craziness, but I love you for accepting it. Alright, so that is nursing. So that's the float pool. You don't have a favorite floor. I literally was going to just ask that. You don't have a favorite floor. I love that. Do you have, I don't want to say a unit or a floor or people. I want to know, like, population-wise. Is cardiac hard for you? Is, ortho hard for you? Is oncology hard for you? Do you have somewhere where you feel most knowledgeable in? Like, you know what I mean? Or is there a place where you feel like this is the floor I go on where I need to really, really focus?
Every time I go to your floor, the cardiac floor, I sweat. Because I never know, like, if I'm going to give a report, like, you guys, like, in the football, we always say that you guys are very intelligent, and you guys know your shit, like, to be honest. Like, and if I'm giving you a report, I don't know where, like, so you guys are asking, is it a left or a right? I don't know. Like, I literally just picked up this patient 4 hours ago, and I've been here for 4 hours. I literally don't know where the blockage is. So, but it's like so cool, because when we go to your floor, I'm like I hear like Deanna or Jackie like speak, and like you, and then I'm like, oh my god, like you guys like joke about like little things, and it's like you guys are so smart, and I'm like, I literally didn't know that, but I'm laughing anyway because I don't want to look dumb.
I appreciate that. I thoroughly do. All right. So big goals. You said travel nursing. Nursing. Oh, 1 second. So I was appreciating that. So you said big goals for nursing is travel nursing. That's something you're looking forward towards. It's a goal you have. What about fashion? 5, 10 years, the future. What's like the big goal, if there is even an end goal?
I'm honestly, I think people think I take the fashion thing a lot more seriously than I do. I'm doing it because it's fun, and I love getting products that I believe in, and I can show them to people.
Yes.
I do want to try doing like a runway show one day.
Have you ever done anything like that, even for like a...
I've been asked, but I'm too scared.
Really?
Yeah, but I will. I want to do it. But I'm short.
Because you went to UMass Lowell, and I go to UMass Lowell's African Night all the time, and they have these runway shows. Do. I was like, you must have at least done... No. Seriously?
I've always been too scared.
Wow.
I know.
And so you think it's because of your height?
One, I'm 5'7", and I don't think I'm the prettiest. I don't know. I don't think I'm the prettiest dude in the world.
Ladies, let us know. Let's be real. Can we be real, please? Let us know.
So like I said, I'm looking self-conscious. So I have talked to myself, and I'm like, I want to try doing an agency, and I want to do like some runway shows. And I mean, I don't know. I want to see how far we can take this whole thing. It's fun.
It really is.
I've met so many cool people along the way.
And I appreciate that a lot, and I can relate in some ways, because obviously I'm doing this YouTube thing, and this is like my side gig. This is like my side hustle that I love to do outside of work. Yeah. This is my stuff outside of work, right? And I love nursing, and I love doing this, but I love the fact that I don't need to do this. This is not my form of income.
Yeah.
Because like nursing, I love. If this fails forever, congratulations, I still have my nursing. I love that I don't have to do this to earn money, and that allows me to be very true through this thing. And I really do like that. So I call you an everyday hero, okay? And we've talked through and through about nursing, so I'm going to ask these few questions specifically about fashion. If you'd like to talk about nursing, by all means. Okay. I want you to help a young, struggling, teenage, young man, young girl in school right now who has an Elmo backpack and is getting picked on. I want you to tell us, even us, fellow co-workers, about fashion. How? I don't even know if you can get better, but like...
You can get better.
Well, there you go. So teach us, help us understand fashion and how to like become in our own shoes, like get into our
If
own.
anybody, for all those kids who are, you dress different, or just remember, one, style has no rules, and two, everyone who makes fun of you in high school or middle school who think they're amazing and they're shit, they'll get fat and you will be thriving in your 20s. And you will see them, and you don't know where life can take you. Always be kind to everybody you meet, because my mom always taught me that you never know who's going to be your boss one day, and you never know who's going to have your back or be able to be your connections. People always say I have like connections, and I do, because I've honestly lived by what my mom said. I've been kind to everybody that I've met, and honestly, I have friends who work at clubs now.
Yes.
I have friends who, they've had fashion, like they've started companies, they've sent me stuff, and you never know who's gonna be able to lend you a hand one day. So if anybody's giving you shit or, making you feel bad for being unique or being different,
fuck that, yes. Mama Ernie, you did us right. You did us right. So I appreciate that, because that's like the mindset you have to have.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like actually, like what did you do to find yourself in fashion? Was top model? Like, did you watch? What is with the E channel, right? Like P. Diddy, like how did you just shop all day? How do you actually
do it?
Feel comfortable stepping on the outside and doing yourself and making yourself look good, really?
I just believe in being myself. Like I walked out on my birthday with a fur coat.
It's 2018, bro.
2018 with a fur coat. My glasses.
Yes.
Because that's who I am. And honestly, people probably look at that and be like, "Oh my god, he thinks he's all." No, and one of my friends actually said this to me the other day. We were talking because we both like to dress up, and she says, people think that I think I'm better than everyone because I like to get dressed. Like, no, how you dress is how you want to dress. If I feel bougie today and I want to wear my fur coat, it doesn't mean it's not because I think I'm better than you. It's because I want to wear my fur coat. You know what I mean? You just gotta do your thing. And I think honestly, like I said, fashion is no rules, because Kanye's literally out here selling tan sweats and awesome sneakers that I have. So
you got the Yeezys.
I have the
Which
Yeezys.
ones?
I have the zebras and the black.
America, yes.
But I look up to him as a fashion influencer because he's literally just doing his thing, and like it was so simple, like sweats or spandex is like now like a fashion like empire, because he's just done his, he's not following anybody else.
No, he's not.
And that's how fashion really should be.
If you could say anything about Kanye, is he doesn't believe in rules, and I love that.
I love that.
So what I'm hearing, what I'm getting out of it, at least, just this is what I'm getting. If you see fashion as a form of expression, it sounds like you're doing it right?
Yeah.
But if you see fashion as a form of status, that's not what it is. Fashion is another way to express yourself.
Exactly.
It's talking, it's dancing, it's singing. There's all these million ways, and fashion is one of those. And I love that you wear it. You just wear it in the moment.
Yeah, I do. Even with my scrubs, man.
And I also have to say, like, confidence is a huge part of fashion. If you walking and you look like you know what you look like, and you look good, you feel like you look good, it's very. You get the vibe. You can see.
That's literally after that. Like, just be comfortable in what you're wearing.
Exactly. Ernie, please plug away. Please let us know where we can find you, where we can find your stuff, your blog, your vlog, your Insta. Let us know. I'll have it on the screen. I'm going to have it in the description box. Click. Sign up, follow, do all that good stuff. Help us.
Follow me on Instagram at Murse Ernie.
Yes.
Twitter's at Murse Ernie. And my Snapchat at Murse Ernie.
There we go.
On my Instagram, you'll be able to find my YouTube channel. Finally hit 1,000 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and it's slowly growing. I think it's really hard going from Instagram, trying to get people from your Instagram to YouTube to Twitter and all that. It's wicked hard. But you guys can follow me and find me on all those things. And if you ever have questions, you can message me. I try to message everyone back. It is kind of hard sometimes. It really is kind of hard, especially on Instagram. But I do go back and try to message everybody back. Yeah. So if you have any questions, message me and find me on there.
And I gotta let you know. So he's saying it is hard, right? And I told you from the get, I got him on the DM. I work with the man, right? But he's on the float pool. I see him once every 5 months. I hit him up on the DM. I say, yo. So he does answer it. It's a fact. It's the truth. He's not just making it up. So it happens. Going down a DM. Ernie, thank you very much for doing this. I really do appreciate this. I'll see you at work.
Yes, man.
Yes. That was great. Oh, wait. Before we go.
Yeah.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to meet our friend Ernie's dog. What's his name? JJ.
He needs a haircut right now.
He needs a haircut, but he's adorable. JJ, say hello to the people. He was the one scurrying around the entire time. If you saw my hand going down there. JJ.